It's good to have you again on Gist Nigeria, brought to you by the BBC and Channels Television. Here we bring you the gist of stories that matter to you. I am Wale Fakile. Now to our top story. From March 1st, 2025, bank customers in Nigeria will now pay 100 naira whenever they withdraw cash from other banks' ATMs. The new rate is a whopping 186% increase from the previous 35 naira charged for the same service. In fact, the charges could be more if ATM is located outside of the bank. Now, why is the CBN jerking up fees at this time when many Nigerians are sweltering under soaring living costs? And how will this affect you? Just Nigeria's Ayuba Iliya has some answers.
It's hard to access cash from automated teller machines these days.
I can go to 4 ATM, they may not be working.
Yet, the Central Bank of Nigeria recently announced new charges on ATM withdrawals that will see Nigerians paying even more to access their money.
There is no way it would not have dire adverse effects on financial inclusion.
Although point-of-sale agents, also known as POS operators, provide some relief, this sometimes comes at extra charges.
Good morning.
I need 5,000 naira cash.
150. The charges is 150.
150. So why are Nigerians paying more to access their money, and what are the implications? Rising living costs continue to impact on the Nigerian economy, and the cost of keeping money in the bank is no exception. The Central Bank of Nigeria announced that customers will be charged up to 500 naira in addition to a 100 naira base fee for cash withdrawals of up to 20,000 naira from ATMs located in places other than banks. Customers will also be charged 100 naira for cash withdrawals of up to 20,000 naira or less from ATMs not belonging to their banks but located within bank premises. While this only applies to transactions in places other than banks or to customers of other banks, for some Nigerians, access to financial services has become more burdensome.
We already have enough charges being withdrawn from our account.
People, the way they are able taxing us, collecting money in different ways, it's very, very fast. It's unbearable.
No, I don't think it's good. If you collect money, you pay additional money to collect your money. What is it?
Yeah, if there is standard network, that one is not the issue.
If you don't have much money, then you go and put your money in the bank. Then they will be taking that type of money from your account. What is the own gain?
If you want to withdraw 2,000, they will charge you 100 naira. It's too expensive.
The issue of charges due to the hardship we are going through and the situation we are going through, is better I use my cash instead of keeping my money in the bank.
Although many Nigerians recognize the safety of their money in the banking system, the challenges associated with cash supply in banks has forced many to rely on offsite transactions such as POS withdrawal, regardless of the sometimes ridiculous charges.
Sometimes they will say no cash, out of cash. But POS, nothing like out of cash. It's just the charges they are going to collect, that's it. It's just the charges is going to be set back on it.
Only ATM I use is to collect money from POS. I don't come to this place to stress myself.
From 2 years back to date, I don't think I have used ATM machine.
So, what is the reality of cash withdrawal in Nigeria? I am on the streets of Ogudu, a neighborhood where several banks are located in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial hub. I want to withdraw 20,000 naira from my bank. Upon arrival at my bank, the ATM was inoperative. I decided to check other banks but was unsuccessful. So I decided to patronize a POS agent.
Good morning.
I need 5,000 naira cash.
150. The charges is 150.
150?
Yes.
But I thought it's 100 naira.
It's not 100 naira. Government charges, the tariff have increased.
Why?
It's from the federal government.
So if I'm drawing 20,000 naira, how much will you charge?
500 naira.
The Central Bank of Nigeria says it will cost 500 naira to withdraw up to 20,000 naira in locations other than banks. I've just been charged 150 naira for 5,000 naira, and it means that I'm going to be paying at least 500 naira to withdraw
20,000 naira from the POS operator here.
This means that bank customers are expected to pay on average 2.5% of their money as charges, amounting to 2,500 naira for the daily maximum withdrawal of 100,000 naira and 12,500 naira for the weekly maximum withdrawal of 500,000 naira. The central bank in its circular on 10th February said its decision to review ATM charges is in response to rising costs and the need to improve efficiency of automated teller machine services.
You have to run power to cool the ATMs 24/7. You run inverter batteries on them. The AC has to be working 24/7. Because without the AC, the ATM will break down. Almost every month you service it. There are 4 cassettes that are in the ATMs. If any of those cassettes goes bad, the replacement of 1 cassette is 300,000.
I think that it's just bringing things in line. As you can look across industries, we've increased tariffs on telecommunications. We've increased tariffs on electricity.
So before you could withdraw from another bank's ATM 3 times in a month for free, right? Now that has also been scrapped, which means that not only are people expending more by withdrawing from other ATMs, they are also expending from the first transaction.
I think the central bank is doing everything possible to discourage people from holding cash. Because if you look at the central bank record, money outside the banking system has surged significantly.
In 2012, government adopted the National Financial Inclusion Strategy with the aim of achieving adult financial inclusion of 70% by 2020. However, a survey report by FINA indicates that Nigeria falls behind the target, with financial inclusion at 64% as of 2023. The report also indicates that 10% of the financially excluded attribute cost of banking as barrier to having a bank account.
The first 2 factors of deterrence to financial inclusion was attitudes. So lack of trust in banks, lack of trust in financial institution or the financial system. And this lack of trust comes from fees that are not desired, right? So the first factor is attitude and behavior. The second deterrent to financial inclusion is access to banks.
For most grain markets, that might be happening, because I was particularly shocked at the report we got, the volume of cash, which I think is not necessary, that people are keeping in those remote parts of the country, places where you don't even have any banking presence. The closest bank to few of this market are POS operator. And people know that if they go there, they don't go with cash, it's a lot of problem.
However, for industry players, the new charges are a matter of business sustainability.
You keep harping on those charges. Those charges are not they're not punishing charges. They're not terrible charges. And those ATMs cost money to maintain. They're all the equipment you use is more expensive. Maintenance is more expensive. And I think that these charges that you keep harping on are reasonable, and they're bringing it in line with current reality. I don't think that's going to stop anybody from paying or from using services of banks. We sympathize with Nigerians, but we have to raise prices so that we can provide them the best services that they can expect.
Bank still remains your best bet to keep your money. Do you want to keep your money under your mattress in this country?
To strengthen the financial system, experts say more needs to be done to improve the confidence of the unbanked.
A lot of locals who most of the time end up with these cash have issues around, number one, the alert that is sent to me, is it fake? Is it original? 2, failing networks. When transaction is done, network might not deliver to them. 3, transaction might be done and alert may not come. It's not that the transaction has not been done. So I think central bank, we need to talk to owners of bank at the bankers committee that they need to do more.
Regardless of the inflation situation, in the last year and 2 years, in fact, banks have recorded significant profits. Essentially, I think that there's a cost-sharing situation that can happen at the moment. So the CBN and the banks, in a way that sort of shoulders some of the burden and is not fully placed on Nigerian consumers.
While Nigeria has recorded some progress towards financial inclusion, experts advocate for policies that will engender easy access to financial services in order to meet the national financial inclusion target. Ayuba, Iliya, Gist Nigeria.
Be part of this conversation. Tweet us at Gist Nigeria TV. We'd like to hear from you.